Welcome. And the question today from VK2 times is, what's something you saw that you weren't definitely supposed to see? Hi, this is Derek. I just put the Drama Llama, Fred, back in his llama pen, so that I can do this quick video for you with some of the stuff that Fred found on Reddit earlier today. If this is your first time watching our videos, help me out by watching to the end, and then giving me some feedback in the comment area below. I do respond to every single one, so don't be shy. And if you want more of these videos daily, don't forget to like and subscribe, with notifications turned on for this channel. Oh boy, let's get ready for some drama. Inevitable Professor answered with, I have the same first name as the CFO of my former employer. The CEO was not very technically savvy, and emailed me confidential company documents more than once. And now you are working for their competitors, which mysteriously crushed them? Blue answered with, it's a foolproof win and the CEO is luckily a fool. Jim Padawan answered with, when I was younger I was at a friend's house sleeping over playing video games on the N64. We wanted a late night snack and went downstairs to get some cookies. And we saw his mom with another man kissing, wasn't sure if it got to the other point. On the lounge as he cried and said, you're not my dad, and sadly, this was the last time I spoke to him because he had to move away with his father. Q&A. Question, games played on N64. Answer, Smash, Star Wars Squadrons, Banjo-Kazooie. Diddy Kong and GoldenEye. He had a mixed bunch of games and was pretty well off. Question, what is your friend up to? Have you reconnected? Answer, friend is starting a family, was somehow to find him through LinkedIn. And chat through there. Other than that we never spoke about what happened. Question, where was the dad? Answer, dad was out for the night and weekend for a fishing trip from memory. This low-key sad. Edit yo WTF, y'all gave me 10k upvotes? And for all those asking if that's low-key sad to me, what is high-key for me? Bro, I come from the third world deep in the Amazon rainforest. Y'all wouldn't even imagine what we witness here constantly. Not gonna lie, it was really sad. I didn't understand much at the time. But I saw his face and he bursted out into tears. It was like 2 weeks later he moved from school and into a new state. Bunny M answered with, my eyes widened after reading what you quoted him saying. Poor kid. Don't know if you use social media, but have you ever considered looking him up to reconnect? GHSDKGB answered with, I teach high school. While I was taking attendance at the beginning of a Zoom class a few months ago, one of the girls in the class was clearly video chatting with her boyfriend on the side. Because she lifted up her shirt for him and flashed the whole class. That made for an awkward communication to her parents. So how is she doing with course? How is her performance? She defiantly knows how to interact during online sessions. Well, that's great. But Shy Teabagger answered with, when I was 7, I was playing hide and go seek with my cousins at my grandma's house. I hid in the wicker laundry basket with the lid closed. This is awesome. I thought to myself as only a child discovering the greatest hiding place can feel. I could see through the small gaps in between the wicker. It was in my grandma's bathroom and 2 feet in front of the toilet. My grandma walked through the bathroom door not 30 seconds after I contorted myself and closed the lid above me, with my face pressed against the side of the hamper. My grandma walked in, sat down and bombed that toilet. I couldn't avert my eyes, staying perfectly still so this awkward situation doesn't turn more awkward. The noises, the smell, my grandma's vagina. I won the game. I lost my innocence. I won the game. I lost my innocence. That really made the story for me. Thunder Dancer 83 answered with, nothing like I've read on this post so far. But one time, right after turning 21, my dad takes me to one of his friends' new bar. And we're drinking, having fun. I realize at one point I lost my dad, so I go looking for him, and I find him in the back room. He's with one of my friends that works in the kitchen at the restaurant we all work at together. And my dad is instantly, get out of here, don't look. Just go. It took me a couple years to realize they were doing lines off the pinball machine. I'd be relieved they were just doing lines, to be honest. Could have been worse. He could have been doing lines off a dude's pecker. Cortland C. answered with, I actually have a story of this exact thing happening. This 21-year-old came in with his dad. His dad decided he wanted a blow job from some dude. We kick him out because he's literally getting a BJ in the middle of the club in front of everyone. When his son walks up and asks where his dad is, I have to explain to him that his dad got kicked out for getting a BJ in front of everyone. His son did not know his dad was bisexual. Science Boy Cowboy answered with, I walked in on a black market plastic surgery. Hanging out with a buddy from middle school. Was shady about only staying in his room and entering through his back door and being quiet. We were leaving and I turned down the wrong hall to his kitchen and there was a doctor. And assistants in scrubs. Tubes, machines and plastic wrap everywhere. I was ushered out, screamed at and told not to talk about it. Edit, this happened years ago while a freshman in college. And was either a lipo or tummy tuck, I don't remember. He told me the doc only did those and Botox if I remember correctly. This was done in a low middle class neighborhood, so not super ghetto. To me it was not done in a clean environment, but who am I to judge, lol. Edit 2, this happened in Houston, Texas. When I was visiting family/friends one weekend while in college. He wanted me to follow him after he checked to see if his parents were around. He told me to follow him and ran, but I was sitting down across the room, so I got up. Turned the corner to the kitchen, which connected to the living room, to leave through the front door. He wanted me to leave out the back door through his sister's room. But I didn't see him turn that way, he should have waited for me, lol. Edit 3, last. I texted him and he said the doctor got caught a few years ago. For transporting drugs, Botox, antibiotics and painkillers. And his parents haven't heard from him in a while. He apparently only did weight loss stuff and did discount diagnosis for the poor. Told people if stuff was serious enough to go get appointments/test done. This should be up higher, that sounds effing terrifying. For real, that's straight out of a horror movie. Please don't make me, answered with, I went to pay a ticket I got while driving with my headlights turned off. I walked into the courthouse office I was supposed to be in and looked through the glass. To see the elected male sheriff giving the female magistrate a back and shoulder rub. They both went white when I knocked on the glass. The sheriff immediately stopped and walked to another room. The magistrate gave me the weirdest look and said, I guess Christmas came early for you. Stamp, and gave me the receipt of the voided ticket. Sometimes it pays to see something you're not supposed to see. Solid Fart 85 answered with, my parents hooked the home camera up to the TV. I saw about 10 seconds of my mother reverse cowgirling my dad. Didn't feel like finishing my drawing at all. I just walked out the room and sighed with childhood hatred. Cream of Cow answered with, Grandpa's porn stash. After he passed away in the hospital, I went straight to his room and purged it. Digshu answered with, I needed a USB drive at work one day, and asked one of my coworkers if I could borrow one. It didn't work though, for some reason files wouldn't transfer to it. I started looking around for clues and found an absolute massive porn collection on there. The coworker was looking over my shoulder the whole time. The only thing I could think of to say was, interesting. KP Miss answer with, I am imagining how awkward and feebly interesting came out and I am absolutely crying. OMG. Mr. Canoe answered with, my mom's suicide plan. She had a small notepad that she kept in her dresser drawer. It had her planning on trying to make it look like an accident, so my dad could collect the insurance money. She almost even went through with it one day. But from my understanding, my brother unexpectedly came home early from either school or a friend's and she didn't go through with it. Lol. Is that real? Answered with, seeing one of my neighbors committing suicide by jumping out the window. Mameritis answered with, I was living with my girlfriend and her parents. One day I run down the stairs real quick to use the bathroom to see her parents getting down. and dirty under the blanket on the couch. At this point it was too late to turn around. So I just ran past them. I use the bathroom and come out to her dad waiting in the kitchen. Most awkward moment I've had when it comes to parents lol. I'll trade you. I barged in my parents' bedroom to seeing my mom ride my dad. Awkward as hell. Had to go to family reunion that day, 45 minutes away. Was near them both all day. To this day, I'm not sure if they saw me. Roar Monster answered with, living out in the country, when I was 10 years old. My parents went to the local video rental place and brought back a few VHS. They told me to pop in Planet of the Apes. I did, and whoever had it before didn't rewind it and it started mid-video. And all you heard was moaning and all I saw was an eye full of Pecker and Kitty Cat. And I stared glued to the TV, and my parents freaked out and ran to turn off the TV. Apparently the small video rental store back then doubled as an adult video store as well. And somehow they accidentally grabbed a copy of Playmate of the Apes by accident. Well, there you have it. A perfectly great question answered by a bunch of fine and honorable citizens. Help support this channel by smashing the like and subscribe buttons. And hit that silly little bell as well to ensure you get the latest videos as they come out. Fred is always finding stuff for me to post regularly. So this is Derek signing off. Thanks for watching. Good grief, it sounds like Fred is out of his pen again. I think he found more drama for me to share with you. See you soon.